Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we'll occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. Hey, my beautiful people. Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast that is dedicated to nurturing your inner growth and embracing your authentic self. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I'm thrilled to begin this transformative journey with you. This month, we are diving deep into our new series, Elevate Your Life, Unlock Your Potential. And you know, there's something magical about the decision to elevate your life, right? It's that moment when you look into the mirror and you say, I'm ready for more. Well, maybe you're feeling that it's right now, that gentle nudge telling you that there's another level to your story. But that's exactly why we are here today. But before we dive in, I want to take a quick break. And then when we return, we're going to get deeper into this conversation, all right? It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more by bridging the gap between them all. And we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to asknyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. All right, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and today we are introducing a new series, Elevate Yourself and Unlock Your True Potential. We are in the last month, and right now what I want you to do is I want you to find a nice, comfortable position, whether you are driving, no, not driving, but at your desk or taking a walk. And I want you just to welcome you to this moment of conscious elevation, all right? So let's begin by taking a deep breath in. Nurturing your breath together, okay? Inhale deeply through your nose. Release slowly through your mouth. I want you to feel your body settling into this space of possibility. Now, as you breathe naturally, imagine a warm golden light within your heart. This light represents your unlimited potential. With each breath, this light grows stronger and brighter. Now visualize this light expanding, moving through your entire body, illuminating every part of you that is ready to rise. Now take another deep breath in. Now as you exhale, I want you to feel yourself opening to new possibilities. You're ready to elevate. You're ready to transform. Now with this final breath, I want you to bring awareness back to this moment. Feeling energized, feeling empowered, and ready to begin your journey of elevation. All right, right, my beautiful people. If you are new here to the Season of Self-Love Podcast, it's something that we do every day, Monday through Friday here on the Season of Self-Love Podcast. And now that we have centered ourselves, let's talk about what it really means to elevate your life. Yes. So, just last week I was having coffee with a friend of mine who said something that stuck with me. She said, Nyomi, I feel like I'm existing, but I'm not really living. And I'm going to repeat that again. She said, I feel like I'm existing, but not really living. But the thing is, I bet that some of you are feeling that right now. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we've all had those moments where we know deep in our souls that we are capable of more. But here's the thing, knowing it and doing something about it, they're two different things. They're two different journeys. But today we're going to bridge that gap. You see, the difference between existing and truly living isn't about grand gestures or complete life overhauls. It's about conscious choices, daily decisions, and most importantly, understand that elevation is a personal journey. You see, your elevation might look different from mine, and that's exactly how it should be. I remember when I first started my own elevation journey, I was comfortable. My career was going good. I was in a great relationship. Everything society told me should make me happy, right? But there was this persistent whispering saying to me, there's more. There's more. Anyone else feel that whisper sometimes? Well, let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll dive into what's really holding us back from reaching our full potential, all right? Stay with me. What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing? Hey, it's your girl goddess Nyomi Banks here from the Season of Self-Love Podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
And these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love Podcast with myself, Nyomi Banks, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships with people.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on our website,
really
the Season of Self-Love Podcast.com.
Let me ask you this, with the truth, is it...
All right, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love Podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and before the break, we were talking about that inner whisper. That knowing that there is more to your story. Now let's talk about what potential really means, all right? So here's a truth bomb. Here's a truth bomb. Your potential isn't just about achievement. It's not a checklist of goals or a certain income level. Your potential is the fullest expression of who you are or who you were created to be. I want you to think about it for a moment. Your potential is the fullest expression of who you were created to be. It is not a checklist of goals. It is not a certain income level. And when I say, this used to be me, this used to be me. Now, I want you to do something with me right now. I want you all to close your eyes, if you're able to, and I want you to ask yourself, what would my life look like if fear wasn't in the driver's seat? And I want you to just sit with that question for a moment. And I'm going to repeat it one more time. Close your eyes if you can. What would my life look like if fear wasn't in the driver's seat? You see, the biggest barriers is reaching our potential are usually external. There's those limited beliefs that we collected over the years. They're the I'm not ready or who am I to dream this big thoughts that play on repeat in our mind. This is something that we talked about last month when we were reading the book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Proctor. But this is something that we talk about every month about limited beliefs. But what I did learn by listening and reading that book by Bob Proctor about our paradigms is that these are habits, old habits, or things that were taught to us and been inherited into us. Excuse my language. And that now that we are aware of them, this is where we need to learn how to change them. Now let's get practical. I'm going to share 3 powerful strategies that you can start using today to begin your elevation journey, all right? First, what I want to do is I want to call what I call mirror morning moment, or you can say morning mirror moment. Every morning before the world gets its hands on your energy, I want you to take a few minutes to just look in the mirror. And I want you to state one truth about your potential. One truth. Not what you hope to be, but what you already are. Second, I want you to implement the growth hour. I want you to carve out 1 hour each day. Yes, just one. And I want you to dedicate it slowly to activities that stretch you toward your potential. This could be learning, creating, or working on that dream project that you've been putting off. And third, I want you to practice what I call elevation environment. I want you to look at your 5 closest relationships. It was something that myself and Dr. Will talked about this year, about each category of our friendships and how they align with you. Each one is a different category. Now I want you to do this. I want you to look at your 5 closest relationships. Your 5 closest relationships, and I want you to think hard. Are they elevating you or are they keeping you comfortable? And I want you to be honest. This isn't about judgment. It's about awareness. When I say over the past few years, this is something that I have been doing myself. And I lost a lot of friends. And I myself have been guilty of being on someone else's end of being comfortable. Keeping them comfortable. And so when I talk about that, I am so aware right now. Was it just last week that I said that my frequency is so high, like I am tapped in? I am tapped all the way in. I am tapped all the way in. But again, and if you want to email me and share with your insights on this and how did you feel about it, you ain't got to give me no names. But I want to know is, out of those 5 closest friendships, how many of them are elevating you? And how many of them are keeping you comfortable? And I want you to be truthful. I want you to be truthful. And again, this is no judgment. It's about awareness. These last 4 months with these series that we've been having, from Healing Beyond Betrayal to the act of balancing life to living life abundantly to right now to this one, to elevating yourself, unlocking your true potential, we're preparing for something new in our life. And so this is when we have to start to change. Remember, we opened up an amazing book last month, Change of Your Paradigm. And if anybody was in that 10-day book challenge, or is a part of that book club with me, I hope you're still listening. I hope you're still listening to that book. I hope you're still reading that book over and over again, because I know I am. I know I'm up every morning, at least 30 minutes a day, at least 30 minutes in the morning. And I'm still going back and forth with my accountability partner every day. Because I am now tapped in. I understand what it really is. And now that I am so aware of everything, it's like so much, it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense. All right, my beautiful people. So as we wrap today's episode, I'm excited to tell you that what's coming up in our journey together, we're going to be diving into a whole lot of things. We're going to be breaking down how you build sustainable success by staying true to yourself. Yes, we're going to have some amazing guests this month. Within this week, we got an amazing guest this week that's coming. Kevin Palomari is his name. But he's helped thousands of people with their success stories. And when you hear this young man speak, truly an amazing story. And he's definitely tapped in. Definitely tapped in and definitely aware. And, I want to give y'all a little homework, if y'all don't mind. So the homework for this week, I want to do this. It's just a simple but powerful. Start a potential journal. I know you're like, Nyomi, we always journaling. But it's always good to start another one. Each night I want you to write down one way you could step toward your potential that day, no matter how small it seems. And I want you to remember, elevation it isn't about perfection, but it's about progression. All right? Again, my beautiful people, I thank you for sharing this space with me today. And remember that you are not just here to exist, that you are here to elevate. You are here to shine. You are here to become everything that you were meant to be. This is your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and you are listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. And I will speak to you all tomorrow. All right? Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer.